Hello, EDU 6510. Happy Wednesday. It is September 18th today. Can't believe we're already mid-September. So we're midway through the first week of lesson 2, focused primarily on the education of inequality, if you will. So I just want to do a real brief touch-in as we are coming up to some due dates within the lesson. So as you can see here, and I'm just scrolling through what's in our Blackboard module, the Twitter work. So I see some activity going on shared on our hashtag Bravo. Don't forget about this. So by the end of the week, you should have found some content to share with the rest of the group from either the Opportunity Gap or some other equity sort of minded folks. Make a suggestion of somebody to follow. This is how you build your Twitter followers and people to follow. That's sort of our within the field and domain that you are in this case education. So it's a really good strategy. So I want to help you through that as we move through the semester. So that should be done before the end of this week, which is week 1 of lesson 2. Lots of content here. In terms of achievement gap, opportunity gap, what do we mean by equity and equality? It's important to remember the distinction between the two. In tandem with those ideas, Dr. Ronnie Ellington really has a compelling story on teacher impact and the importance of sort of perseverance, if you will, in education. I love her. Love her story. She has a great story when it comes to thinking about equity and equality. I briefly talked a little bit about the research-based teaching, to be thinking about what research informs your practice. So here's this reading actually is a really nice little summation, if you will, of some really specific research-based strategies to be getting your mind thinking about what are the things that really inform your practice. Then we do a little closer look again here at the 4 big shifts. Take a look at their webpage. If you haven't already done so, follow Scott McLeod. Also, I failed to mention, I think at the beginning of the semester, follow Linda Darling-Hammond. There's active Twitter. You're also going to sort of build a great following that way as well. So go ahead and do that. You have a discussion that's really a summation, if you will, of a lot of the content that's provided for you in this lesson. So make sure you're thinking about, the content holistically, and then zero in on something that really sparks your interest or really triggered you to be thinking about your own practice, and describe that strategy and be specific on how this can look in your own practice. And be thinking again, if you will, about sort of, best practices in the context of your teaching. So it's all sort of interwoven. The research-based teaching strategies all really support equity-minded teaching and learning. And then lastly, make sure that you are sharing something on Twitter. I think that's up here. I don't want to make people car sick as I scroll. Tweet one idea around teaching and learning sparked by the Different Schools for a Different World on or before the 27th. So that is next Friday. So I just wanted to do a quick little snapshot of lesson now that we're in the middle of week 1. I'm reminding you there's some due dates coming up. And lastly, it is not on the lesson checklist, but I would like you to be thinking about, if you haven't already, your school personnel interview. That will be due in lesson 3. Don't panic. That lesson does not open until October 30th, but those dates can sneak up on us. So you should be reviewing the assignment as it's described for you in the syllabus. Be thinking about somebody you want to interview. Reach out to me if you have questions. And also, there's a sample interview from a previous student in the course resources tab, and I would encourage you as well to take a look at the scoring checklist for that assignment. All right, everyone, have a great Wednesday, and I look forward to our continued teaching and learning together. Take care.